Just get your mind together and come on across to me. We'll hold hands and we'll watch the sun rise from the bottom of the sea. But first, are you experienced? Have you ever been experienced? Well, I have. Probably scream and cry at your little world won't let you go. Who in your these little world can you try and prove it?
Okay, next chapter. How two persons can become one individual and form an individual cooperative or couple. So a couple is an individual cooperative. Okay, that's very important, that understanding that it is an individual. Once a couple forms, it becomes an individual. And once a group forms, it becomes an individual also. Yeah, we're just looking at the couple now because the couple is the next thing. And people have been yearning for the couple for years now. They've been feeling, oh, I want to be a couple, I want to be a couple, I want to be a couple. But I see all the mistakes that people make. I don't want to be that kind of couple. I want to be a divine couple. Okay. Now, there's three kinds of couples, if you like. There's divine couples, fallen couples, and demonic couples. Yeah. And there's a fourth kind of couple, there's an angelic couple. We're not going to be concerned about that. What we're concerned about is just to be a divine couple. Okay. And a divine couple partners for love. Doesn't partner for any other reason, for material gain, for sex, for anything. Divine couple partners because these two people are called, that's important, they have a calling, they're called to be together. And their meeting has to be somewhat profound, right? It has to be profound, the meeting has to be profound. Okay. Now, if you form a couple at a young age, it's a different kind of a couple really. It's the same thing. And that couple can go on to become all the way through all stages of life and continue right to the end, to the angelic levels and beyond. And that's what happened to Pete Seeger. Pete Seeger is the exact opposite of Bob Dylan with respect to the couple. Bob Dylan was an unsuccessful couple. Okay. Pete Seeger, on the other hand, was a perfect couple, and it's quite interesting to see that these two people were placed together on the stage once upon a time. Bob Dylan at that time was a perfect coupler. He had the perfect couple, and he had the muse, and the muse allowed him to create those very, very, very first records. Okay, great records. And if you lose a coupleship, you lose your power to do that. You don't lose all your power, but it kind of diminishes. Yeah, you can't do it in the same way as you could do it back then. Yeah, and so the reason he lost his couple was he committed a very grave offence of the couple, and that was to have an abortion. He met his lady, or told his lady, or whatever. The man is responsible for the lady, and they had an abortion. Yeah, he had an abortion. Same thing happened. No, it was different with Joni Mitchell. It was a different story. Okay, so but it's useful to study the lives of these people because you can learn a lot by studying the lives of famous people because their lives are open to investigation. You can see the beginning, the middle and the end. You can see their journey. You can see what caused things. Cause and effect. Okay. And everything was going good for Bob Dylan until baby and the abortion, and then he had to run off with Joan Baez. So he committed other offences, but they probably all stem from the abortion. What leads a man to run off with another woman? Temptation. Temptation. Joan Baez fancied him, you know. He was standing on stage with him. You can't go and stand on stage and sing together with another lady when you got your own lady. Why isn't your own lady standing there next to you, doing what you're doing? You're supposed to be together as a couple. The couple who plays together stays together. Work and play is no different. Work is play. What I'm doing now is play. Play is work. But work, Arbeit. No. You can't force yourself to do work. Well, nobody likes working. I don't like doing this stuff. I woke up this morning and I thought the Four Wings were going to be gone. You know, I thought, oh, maybe we'll do this next month. You get up this morning early, the sun was hardly up, and start the Four Wings. Can't help myself, yeah. That's what it is to be under the will of divine nature. You've got to do it. When you do it, you enjoy doing it. No, I mean, it's video, another one of them, another computer, not fast enough, blah, blah, blah. You know, at the moment, I've got 2 videos rendering because I can't keep up now because this is going faster, these Four Wings. So we must be right in the Lionsgate now. So I've got one rendering and one queued up to render, and it'll be rendering again. I'm making another video, yeah. It's too much. It's the only way. It's the way we can do it. It's the way we do it, yeah. It has to be done. The technology is needed, necessary to do all this stuff. And so one enjoys one's work. And it's necessary to love every moment of the divine couple. Now, in a couple, you don't have the same work. If you both got up and decided you wanted to clean the house now, you'd be bumping into each other, right? What you do is, if you're a man and you've got to make one of these videos, you come in here, you get out of the way of the lady, and you do your work, you do your video, and your lady's going hell for leather, cleaning up, doing the washing and all that sort of stuff. That's what they love to do. Ladies keep a clean house. Now, if you look at a man, I want to show you something because this was in the video the other day, and I thought, now I wonder why I left that like that. I'm going to show you. Okay. Right. Over here, I spilt some chocolate out of a cup of chocolate. It was on the table here, and I never knocked anything over, and my hand brushed it, and it went bing over there. And normally what I do is I normally clean it up. But in this case, I didn't. I just left it. Okay. I didn't know why I left it. I thought, well, this is a scientific experiment. Yeah. I'll see what happens to this left bit of cleaning up that hasn't been done. And so I've been watching it, and it's been getting lighter and lighter. Maybe I'll just have to brush it out in the end. I don't know. I've spilled coffee before, and I've always cleaned that up straight away. But cocoa, I don't know about cocoa. So I'll wait and see where my hands move. All right. Now, if I'd have done this and I've been together with my lady would have immediately dealt with it because she knows exactly what to do with that. I mean, I'll do it, but it won't be like a perfect job. You know, I mean, it'll be as best as a man can do it. A man's clothes are as clean as a man can make them. You know what I mean? It's not like a lady. Yeah, a man's attention to his body is not the same as a lady's. Yeah. Ladies like the physical manifestation of beauty, and the man is the physical manifestation of wisdom. Wisdom and beauty are two wonderful opposites. As the ladies say, oh, I'm wise too. No. Wisdom is the domain of the man, and beauty is the domain of the lady. Do you want me to be beautiful? And what I'm saying is, men can become female, and females can become men. You know, it's not like we've seen that. We've seen that now. It's obvious. Yet, if everything is in their proper places, if the man has courage and the lady has whatever she has, then you end up with the perfect couple. And that is not homosexual. I'm sorry. It just isn't. Now, if homosexual people exist in the world, that's got nothing to do with an individual. An individual's either one or the other. It doesn't make any difference to me. If you want to go and join Fallen Humanity and drink beer and do whatever you do, I wouldn't say go for it, but I'd say I'm not going to interfere. I'm not going to interfere unless you start messing up the place, you know? If you start peeing on my door, I'm going to come out there and sort you out, you know? As long as people behave themselves and don't make a mess. No. If you're camping in my garden and you're not making a mess, it's not my garden, you know what I mean? Unless I planted my vegetables there. But if it's just a piece of nature and you come along and put your tent in it and sleep there, if you're not making a mess, you're not doing anything wrong, I'm going to help you. You know, I'm going to help. I'm going to come and say, oh, hello, hi, what's going on? And you say, oh, well, this. And if you're a good individual in the night of the will of nature, then you're going to get fed, you're going to get clothed, you're going to get looked after, right? By everybody around you, by all the other individuals. I've proven this. I've walked out into the world. This is why people have to walk out into the world with nothing, to leave everything that they've, even without sleeping bag, yeah, you can go off into the world without anything and come out like a king. Now it's necessary to go on this journey, to find your coupleship. You need, unless you're born into it, like you're a young person, you meet your neighbour who lives next door and you just kiss and join and then you make babies and you're part of the divine group. It's only going to happen in a divine group. It's going to happen in an organisational nightmare. Okay. In an organisational nightmare, what you have to do is you have to wander. You have to become the wanderer and leave it, go out into the world with nothing and wander the earth. And then there's an interesting story about Shiva and Parvati. Shiva and Parvati. If you study how Shiva and Parvati meet, this is the meeting of the divine couple after you've been through the worldly stuff and all that, and when you come to the higher levels, okay, when you're going to be part of the solution, yeah, to the problem. Parvati meets Shiva and finds Shiva, and Shiva's sleeping in a graveyard. He's got his he's thinking of blue colour, he's got his ashes on. He's living in poverty, chastity and obedience. And Parvati is the one who takes Shiva, kisses him and takes him home to a nice place and looks after him. That is typically the journey to the divine couple. That's typically it. If a person makes a number of failed relationships, that's the only way they can meet the divine couple. If a person goes with the first person who comes along who they love and want to be with, and they don't make any mistakes, then they'll just be a couple right from the beginning. They won't even know it. But if you've got the karma of multiple relationships, this higher level pathway is the one that you're going to have to follow. You're going to have to wander the earth for some years before you find your divine partner, depending on how much karma you've developed. I mean, it could be a short journey if you're just a university student, you've just been to university and studied something, and now you feel like going on your overseas experience. This is what, you're becoming a wanderer. Nature's turned you into a wanderer. You don't even know it. Okay, and then you go off on your journey, and then you meet this lady. But normally it works the other way around. Let me tell you how it normally works. Because what happens is normally just before you leave, you meet the lady. Okay, you meet the lady. You might kiss the lady. She might give you a scarf. I don't know. You might meet the lady and they say, oh, I would love to be together with you, but I have to go on my journey. Okay, so now you go off on your journey. Now what happens to you on your journey is you're supposed to remember the lady that you kissed and stay with her forever. And then when you meet other ladies on the way, when you sail in your boat around the ocean and some lady comes up to you and fancies you, you're supposed to say, no, I've got my lady. That's your temptation. You're going to hit your temptation a few times on your journey before you're allowed to go back and get your lady. She won't be given to you except you've been tested. And what everybody does, what the men do, is here comes a lady, maybe she joins you on your boat or something. You say, yeah, come, I'll take you on the boat. That's the end of you, And then what happens is, you're with her for a week or so, and then she decides, no, she doesn't like living on your boat, and she goes off somewhere else and leaves you alone on your boat. Vlogs. That's what happens to you. You've got to be truthful to your original first and only lady. That's the law of a couple. That's enough of this video. I think the next video is about that, so let's go and have a look next at the 10 couple commandments.